Welcome back to Space Cadets from the only Russian space facility that's actually situated in Suffolk. OK, back to the cadets. They're in that barracks behind me. That's why I'm being a bit quiet. Everything's been going smoothly. In fact, things have been going so smoothly, you just knew something was going to go wrong. And viewers who don't like the sight of blood or indeed men's feet might very well want to look away now. It's the first morning in Russia for our cadets. They've been here less than 12 hours, and actor Steve is in the wars already. Fellow actor Charlie has just accidentally kicked his toenail off.
Actually, that's... He got me with his shoe.
I kicked his toe off.
Right, you, into the toilet, now!
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Just go to the bathroom now. Go to the bathroom.
I've just had it running under the tap. I've just had it running. Oh. Pass it over. Pass it over. Let's have a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in 40 minutes. See you in 40
Do you have
minutes?
any bandages in there or some gauze or something?
Yeah? Okay, good. I just hop in a shower.
He's,
I just don't like blood. See what happened?
Well, I was just in the kitchen. I was just going to take one of the grills out in the fridge to put the milk in. And Charlie was walking past and he caught me with his foot. It was an accident.
Charlie, what have you done? That's good, boy.
I'm really sorry. No, it's okay.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
His whole toenail's nearly fallen off. That is sore.
Thing is...
See this here?
Don't touch it.
I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it.
I know, it's all...
It's all bruised, don't touch it. But you must see if you get a nice tight bandage round it, hold it in place, it'll grow back together.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It's a shame. Steve, why is it always you?
I don't know.
Why is it always you?
Why do I always keep on getting injured?
That's a shame.
Last time I was bloody ill, now I've just been disabled.
Oh. Doctor's coming, you'll be all right.
Tell you what, might as well give the camera what it wants.
I'm just going to finish the job here.
Don't you bloody dare go near it. Oh, man. Oh, my nail's going blue.
Brilliant. Bloody brilliant. You get some undercover actors in just to try and help things along a bit, and one of them ends up mutilating the other. On a positive note, though, that nail is now off. And that, I would think, will probably show up on eBay pretty shortly. This is the lecture hall where the cadets will learn everything they need to know to survive a 5-day mission aboard our space shuttle in a disused aircraft hangar. You saw it earlier. Now, the first day of a new school, always going to be a nerve-wracking experience, and one cadet in particular seemed to be dragging his heels.
And so to the next big test. So far, the cadets believe they're in Russia. But will they believe that this former military HQ is actually a working Russian space academy? We filled it with as many spacey things as possible. Pictures of space, impressive-looking rocket things, and Minsky, the first Russian monkey to return from space, or so the cadets will be told. Now it's the moment of truth, as the cadets arrive for their first lecture. Steve bravely marching on through the pain.
Wow. Back of the class. Actually, I was a bit afraid.
Well, they seem to believe it all so far.
OK. Welcome to STAR's Space Tourism Programme. In the words of STAR's mission motto, Eto ni raketstroni, which roughly translated, for any of you whose Russian is rusty, we the adventurers. I'm aware that yesterday was fairly overwhelming for you, and I'm sure you're still feeling a bit shell-shocked. However, I hope that for most of you, discovering that you're part of the world's first mass space tourism enterprise is a thrilling, if slightly daunting, project. STAR is helping to turn what was once only the dream of the super-rich into something everyone can experience. In just under 3 weeks, some, possibly even all of you, will be able to officially call yourselves astronauts. I'm the mission commander here at STAR, the Space Tourism Agency of Russia. I was a squadron leader in the RAF. I was in the RAF for 19 years before STAR tempted me away just over 8 years ago. I am here to make sure that you learn everything you need in order to take part in our mission. I'm here to ensure your safety at all times, and of course to make sure that your time here is as enjoyable as possible. We are here, a lovely little place called Krimsk. This is the Black Sea, the Caspian Sea. This is Volgograd, where you changed into your helicopter last night. That is therefore the Volga River. That's Moscow. That's Turkey, so we're not a million miles away from there. Iran, Iraq, basically. The Space Tourism Agency of Russia is owned by Russian oil billionaire Sergei Boshchov, whose schoolboy infatuation with space was reignited by a commercial desire to compete with the likes of Richard Branson and American companies such as Space Adventures to become the first name associated with mass space tourism. As a company, STAR has been 12 years in the making. After securing this site as the base for his project, Mr. Boshchov set about finding and employing some of the world's leading experts in their fields to manage the site, build his craft, and turn his dream into reality. Needless to say, the race for space tourism is almost as competitive as the original space race in the 1960s between Russia and America. As I speak, Branson is testing his craft, Spaceship One, in California's Mojave Desert. And we reckon he's about 2 years behind us. Earth Orbiter 1. It's the result of over 4 years of exhaustive testing and fine-tuning to get it to its present state. It actually flies as Branson's craft does, in the same manner as a conventional aircraft. It takes off and lands from a runway. This craft cannot take you into deep space. The maximum altitude that you can reach will be about 200 kilometers above the Earth. That's about 124 miles. I promise you, you get a hell of a view.
So far, so good. But brace yourselves for what could already be the end of the show. The moment we tell them that there'll be no zero gravity on their mission, which means they won't be floating around. Will they bite?
One thing that may surprise you, it might disappoint you, but it makes our life easier, is that it's unlikely you'll experience weightlessness. On this mission, you'll be skirting the Earth's atmosphere, high enough to reach orbit, but still within the reach of Earth's gravitational pull. Full training and acclimatization to the zero-gravity environment takes 12 months, which we haven't got. Each and every one of you has been hand-picked for this mission. And the key attributes you share are your determination to succeed and your positivity in the face of adversity. Each of you believes you have what it takes to become a crew member aboard the world's first mass tourist program. And so do we.
Well, they bought it. And after just over an hour, the cadets leave happily with their arms full of brand new training kits and the illusion still intact. Mission accomplished. For now. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? I think everyone learnt something there. The cadets learnt that the entire theory of gravity had been rewritten in the past 6 months for the convenience of this show, and I too learnt an invaluable lesson. Namely, the mission commander is a man who demands respect. So, while I finish these off, take a look at this moment at the end of that lecture when Charlie, one of our actors, get that again, one of our actors employed by us to get us out of tricky situations, lands the mission commander right in it. Tit. It was all going so well, with James helpfully teaching the cadets a rhyme to help them remember the planets of our solar system.
Many very English men jump sideways under new plants.
Many very English men jump sideways. My very easy method, just set up main.
Say that again.
Many very English men jump sideways under new plants.
I think I forgot that it wasn't real for a moment. during James Campbell's first lecture, and he was talking about space and the planets, and I don't know who James Campbell is. I assume he's some actor, but I actually asked him a question in order to about the planet that was a bit tricky, and I think at that point I'd forgotten that my job there wasn't to try and get to space and to ask questions of this space expert, but it was to help the whole thing work smoothly.
What about the X at the end?
The what?
The X at the end.
That's all you need to know. I mean, even Pluto is about to be declassified as a planet.
Yeah, I think probably at that point I thought I was a trainee astronaut.
Apart from Charlie doing his best to sabotage the whole show at every turn, so far, so good. The cadets are here. They think it's Russia. They believe they're being trained by an organisation called STAR, and there's only another 19 days training to go. Coming up tomorrow, can we convince the cadets you can get a suntan in space, that there's a star system called the Hazelnut Cluster, and that the stuffed animal in the lecture room is actually Minsky, the first monkey in orbit. Also, we lose one of our cadets. Not in space, but to a rather comfortable travel lodge off the A12. Who is it? Find out the answer to all these questions in tomorrow's Space Cadets.
And that's at 9. The Space Cadets satellite show's taking the countdown on E4 now. And next tonight, the killer of a working class hero talks. I killed John Lennon.